Yo, what's up, Bulls Nation, Bulls family? We back with another episode. Me and my boy Q here in the building to give y'all updates surrounding the one and only Chicago Bulls. Y'all already know we here to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before we get into any of that, make sure y'all hit that like button and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. And from there, we're going to get into this episode, man, so let's go. Now, it's been a few weeks, y'all. Not even a few weeks. It's been about a week since we've been on here, man. So we got a bunch of updates in this last week that we want to get into. Well, I'm starting off today. I want to talk about the All-Star game. Y'all know we got elected two NBA All-Stars. One starting DeMar DeRozan. Zach elected as a reserve. And then Ayo is another player. Rising Stars Challenge. Going to be with Team Gary Payton out there for the All-Star weekend. We also got some trade news to get into. Dennis Schroeder, Jacob Podol. I might butcher that last name, but he got down on that Spurs team. That boy Jacob, Big Jake. And then we got other news. Grant, Barnes. Should we move Pat? Should we move Kobe? Zach with the back injury. We got a couple things to get into today, man. So let's get into this. Q, how you feeling, man? How you feeling before we get started?
Nah, man. We had a good week, so I'm feeling good. We got W's, bro. And they all was ugly, but we got W's.
Yeah.
They all was ugly. They all was ugly, but we 3-4 since the last time we did a show. So good week. Good week. 3 out of 4, man. That's a good week. What we got for our first topic?
First topic. Yeah, I want to get into this All-Star game, man. Let's get into this All-Star game. So, we got the starter DeMar DeRozan, and then we got Zach coming out the bench, man. You think Zach was snub for that starting spot over Trae Young, or how you feeling about that?
Yeah, but I already understand. People love Trae Young, man. People love, especially after the playoffs last year, bro. What he did to New York, they love him now. So, can't say I'm surprised. This is Trae Young third All-Star game. So shout out Trae Young. He can have that. Zach just gotta go ahead he gotta do a Russell Westbrook, man. Try to get 40 off the bench in the All-Star game, bro. It's your time.
Yeah, Zach. I had an argument with one of the supporters, man, about the whole Trae Young, Zach LaVine situation. My thing was, to me, Zach is having a better season. Even though Trae is averaging 28 and I believe like 9 right now, he is having a real good season. Especially he been on that streak. They went on a 7-game win streak, then lost.
Yeah.
But my thing is with Trae. See, with Trae and Zach, I kind of put them in the same boat. Neither one of them are players that I believe as a number one option that they're making you a championship contention team. They both need pieces around them to be successful. So when you look at Trae Young's situation, Trae Young wasn't the Trae Young we see today until he got his Capella, Gallo, Cam Reddish started developing, DeAndre Hunter. They had to get pieces around him for him to really be successful. Same thing with Zach. Zach wasn't really successful. Same thing last year, averaging 28 a game, putting up all-star numbers, but the team was at the bottom of the stand. It's kind of how like Trae Young team is now. So when you look at those two players, to me, they're all-stars, no doubt. They're just not superstars. So it's kind of hard to, really grasp the total value, that they bring to each team. Like, they are very valuable pieces, but they're not your LeBrons of the world, your KDs. I wouldn't even say they like Paul George level, but they really good players though. They're really good players, but neither one is two-way. Trae Young being smaller, that's less effective on the defensive end, but offensively, he has the IQ to constantly get buckets. He could break down defenses, get players open and things like that. And that was the supporter main argument. Trae Young could make people around him better. But my counter argument to that was Trae, you could say he could make teams better because he averaged more assists. But honestly, if those players around him not talented, he's not making his team drastically better. Just because you have Trae Young, he's not guaranteeing you a playoff spot. You know
He
what
not
I'm
Luka.
saying?
He not LeBron.
Yeah. So, and the same thing with Zach. So Zach scoring, that's a plus if you got better players around him. But if he by himself, Zach scoring is not enough to catapult you into that top of the running for a playoff, spot. So that was my whole thing. So it was like you kind of pick and choose which one you would like. They pretty much on the same level to me. But I think with us winning and Zach still doing what Zach doing, on less usage, but still putting up pretty much identical numbers. I think he's averaging 26. Last year he averaged 28. That's only 2 points less. And you got two more all-stars, one all-star starter and one capable all-star in Vooch. And then also a point guard who is top 10 in 3-point percentage right now. So it's to me it's pick your poison. I do think Zach deserves it over Trae Young, but they're kind of identical players to me. It all depends on what your team is.
Honestly, I see the problem is it's up to fans, and they don't think like that. They just want to see who they want to see. I remember, like, I'll never forget getting into an argument when Zach didn't make it. Like, what was it? The year before his first All-Star, so 2 years ago. Ben Simmons made it, and I was like, "How is Ben Simmons in the All-Star game?" Because he got 13, 7, and 7. But you telling me Zach LaVine can't make it, and people talking about, "Oh, Ben Simmons gonna be much better in the All-Star game than Zach LaVine." How is Ben Simmons gonna be excited in the All-Star game? That day I gave up, bro. I'm like, I don't even know why I gotta argue that like Zach LaVine is more exciting to see than Ben Simmons. A guy who averaging 25 versus a guy averaging 13, 7, and 7. Like, it's just crazy how people just want to see who they want to see, bro. It's just crazy. And at that moment, that's why you just gotta become like the most exciting player, and that's hard to do.
Yeah. 50% of the votes is fan votes. I kind of blame us as fans for not having Zach in that All-Star game.
Yeah.
We was able to get DeMar there, but for whatever reason, we ain't want to put that same energy towards Zach. He almost made it. He was only 200,000 short, but we should have pushed more for Zach, especially him being a homer. Him pretty much growing within his career from the ACL injury with us. I think we should have supported my man a little more.
The real problem is too many people wanted to see Harden.
Yeah.
Too many people wanted to see Harden, but that was the real problem.
Yeah, that was the situation, man. I think Harden is having a good year, but it's not the typical James Harden that we used to see.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, him and Bradley Beal kind of slumped this year. Harden is doing better, I would say, than Beal right now. Beal in and out with injuries, kind of been inconsistent with his play. But them two are like, two Eastern shooting guards that you would expect to be at, arguably top 2 in the East, and they kind of slumping.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into this
Tatum Brown
hard.
looking better than them. That's too much.
Yeah, we're going to get into this hard and Bill talk here later. Yeah. But, outside of that, I do want to salute my boys, man. We got 2 All-Stars in the All-Star game. We haven't had that since 2017 with Butler and Pau Gasol. So it is something to be pretty much excited about, geeked about. Both averaging 26. DeMar giving us, I believe, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Zach, like identical numbers pretty much. They both on the number 1 team in the East, been holding it down all season, so it's well deserved. It's definitely well deserved.
Definitely.
Billy Donovan, though, do you think he's gonna be the Eastern coach?
Yeah, I feel like he deserve it. I feel like he deserve it. From my understanding, it goes to whoever's in the first place.
I don't know why I feel like they're trying to give it to Spo. I feel like they're trying to, because they hold no. I mean, we still got about to the end of this week, I believe, for the deadline for the coach to be, selected.
Yeah.
So be looking forward to that. But I don't know why. I just think they crowned Monty Williams pretty early, and it's just like on the East side, they kind of debating, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think they don't want to pick Billy Donovan. Like they're trying to like, all right, the Bulls
understand
might
why they don't
the
want
Bulls
to.
might slide. You know,
Not only they might slide, but like think about it like this. It's like normally it's like you never really see a new coach the All-Star game. It's normally some like well respected coach who's been there for years. This is Billy Donovan, 4th year?
with us?
Nah,
No,
as a coach,
second.
period. As a coach,
Oh
period.
no, 6 year. Yeah,
Six.
yeah. He young in his career, but
I'm about
he did some good things. You know, he always had winning percentages. Last year was his first year under 500. You know, pretty much playoff berth every year since he been in the as a coach, except last year. You know, went to the Western Conference Finals with KD and Durant.
Yeah.
Up on the Warriors 3-1. You know, he
They don't
did
care
some
about
things.
that.
He did some things.
People just feel like he's too young, man. It's like they all probably had him in college, bro. They all played him. So it's like I can see why they want to give us the SPO. I really think they want to give it to the Cavs coach.
Oh,
JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah, Bickerstaff. Yeah.
You know, because Cavs in 3rd, they only a game and a half out of 1st. It's
Top
in
3
Cleveland.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really feel like I think the problem is it's supposed to go to the coach that's number 1, but they don't want to just easily do it. And you know, Steve Kerr already did his time, so I could see them picking Marty Williams. But for a face standpoint, imagine if JB Bickerstaff the coach.
Yeah, that'll be big for Cleveland. You know?
Yeah.
That'll definitely be big for Cleveland. That's a point. I ain't even think about it. That'll be big for Cleveland. But you know, outside of the coaches, man, you got JB Bickerstaff. I again, we both agreeing on the Billy Donovan. I think with us being number 1, clearly having injuries all season, our starting 4 out the lineup, we still number 1. You know, we still number 1. The only thing is that counteract our situation is when we play against big teams on big stages, we lose.
Yeah.
Like all our national televised games, we lost. You know,
yeah.
The only one.
But I feel like they bogus because they only gave us the Warriors as like the first one. And that came after the Vooch injury too.
Yeah, no Vooch.
So that was a setup. And then the other Warriors game, they got hurt in it. So that was another setup.
Yeah, Zach was out.
So it's just and then we had a Bucks game in the next game. So I'm like, we ain't get like a real good prime time game. They just literally just throw a game. Hey, put the Bulls on TV today.
I think that's why a lot of people in the national media kind of sleeping on us. Because when we played those nationally televised games, we came out there and laid an egg. But it was all type of different circumstances going on with each and every one of them games. We haven't had a fair shot with a full lineup in none of them games. No. You know, so it's a lot of things that's going on with us, and we still able to maintain it with hold the number 1 seed in the East. I think that's crucial to picking your coach, for the All-Star game. Why not Billy Donovan?
Simple fact, they went from one of the worst teams to one of the best teams.
Best teams, yeah. Like, bro, we wasn't even in the play-in last year. We the number 1 team in the East right now. Like, come on, man. Y'all got to respect that. Y'all definitely got to. And 2 All-Stars, 1 starter. Like, come on, y'all got to.
Come on.
Got to respect that. But, that's our ideas on the coaches. We going to move on now. Ayo Dosunmu. I told you, boy, when I tell you that boy Ayo is a dog, boy. Chicago's own. That boy Ayo out here hooping. That boy made it to the Rising All-Stars game. Pretty much put himself in that status top 12 rookie right now. Doing his thing out there. Closed the game last night with the dunk. 14 assists, 15. Ayo out here balling.
Yeah, balling.
It's too much. Like, oh my God. Like, I was saying this weeks ago, bro. Like, Ayo has that it factor. That's the difference between him and the rest of the rookies that we have. Or, our second and third year players. Ayo has that it factor. Kobe kind of has it. Pat, he hasn't proven to have it yet. But Ayo has it. That's the thing. Ayo really has that factor. And I believe he has the potential to be some type of star. Some type of star within this league. If he could develop. Right now, he giving me Rondo flashes with the passes. He can shoot a little better. Got that mid-range. He learning that from DeMar DeRozan. Solid defensively.
Honestly, bro,
if you want the truth,
He just reminds me of like a Michael Conley. That's the reason why I keep saying he's solid. He remind me of like, I wouldn't want to say Andre Miller. I would say like what they thought George Hill will be, or what was supposed to be. Like he give me like vibes like that, like he like fringe all-star vibes. But like like I said, he's super solid. Like you think he's gonna be better than Lonzo?
Man, look, I had a take last night. They ate me up for it. I said within 2 years, if Ayo keep developing the way that he's developing, he's gonna take that starting spot from Lonzo Ball. Lonzo will be expandable at that point. Now, somebody counteract and said, man, maybe we start Lonzo once DeMar leave and plays Lonzo at the 3. So then you got Ayo, Zach, and Lonzo as your 3 front court. You know, you got 2 strong defenders surrounding Zach LaVine and Ayo and Lonzo. Pat should be developed at that time if we still have Pat. And then, you know, Vooch should be off the books. And that possibly could be Joker, you know. but you know, that's wishful thinking. But honestly, like with the 2 years, if Ayo keeps developing the way that he's developing, he's gonna take that spot from Lonzo Ball. And it's only for one reason only. Ayo is a threat at the rim. So when Ayo drives the basketball, he commands attention, and we see that gets easy buckets for Vooch, who is a proven all-star player. Vooch has played a lot better since Ayo has been in the starting lineup for that one factor alone. Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso don't give you that. Alex can kind of give you that. Get downhill, kind of put the defender on his back and make a good pass, but he's not a scorer. But Ayo is, you know, young, springy, and athletic. So when he gets downhill, he's coming at you full steam ahead. If you don't commit, like you seen last night, he's gonna finish with a dunk. He's finishing the best at the rim amongst our guards, you know, and he can, you know, knock the 3 down, shoot the mid range. Like he's very crucial right now, and you see with the actual point guard, like how that affects everybody else. Like DeMar doing DeMar things, even though Ayo has 14 assists. Zach still, you know, Zach been hurt these last couple games, but we seen when Zach and Ayo out there, Zach can still be Zach. You know, Vooch looks better with Ayo in the lineup. To me, like you said, you give Ayo Mike Conley comparisons. I think Ayo, if he developed properly, he could be like De'Aaron Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna be that.
That's about the same bracket though.
Huh?
I'll put them in the same category though.
I mean, yeah. Like that, it's still, like you said, fringe all-star.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just, I don't know. Like he give me, you know, that quick, very quick. Mike Conley more defensive, strong. You know, knock the open 3 down. He good floater, left and right hand, good finisher. So yeah, they all the same. You know, they pretty much all that same caliber of player, but. Yeah, I think Ayo just really got, you know, good potential, man. He got a lot of potential. Got a lot of potential, no doubt.
He got a spot. He got a spot for real. Now, at that moment, like I feel like at this moment, you know, since we talking trade still, it's who you trade. If you're going to trade Kobe White, who you trade him for? If you're going to trade him, who you got to get? If you're going to trade him, you got to get someone.
Podol? Jacob Podol, if I'm saying his last name right.
My boy, Jakob.
Yeah, Jakob. That boy, hey, he was balling against us. 7-footer, averaging 13 and 9, shooting above 70% in the paint. Something we missing on this team. I think he will be a tremendous fit. And if I'm giving up Kobe White, at least I know I'm giving up Kobe White for somebody who's going to add value. And possibly, he's still young, could be our next starter, you know. He developed behind Vooch for this next year, you know, things like that. And shit, if he playing well and he doing what he's supposed to do, and he giving you 13 and 9 off the bench, you play him as a starter role.
Wasn't he involved in that Toronto trade? Yeah.
So, he was with DeMar. You know, DeMar.
The DeMar package.
Yeah.
That's who the Spurs. Okay. All right. So they hit. I know he can hit a couple threes. I know he gets
7-footer. Shot blocker.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know he go get some blocks.
He
I don't know.
that would be to Tony Bradley from Jakob Poeltl. That would
That
be a
is an upgrade.
tremendous,
That is an
tremendous
upgrade.
upgrade.
It is an
Like
upgrade.
tremendous upgrade. Like no disrespect to Tony Bradley, I like you, Tony, but tremendous upgrade. So I would look into doing that, especially with these Dennis Schroeder rumors, flying around.
I don't want Dennis Schroeder.
Bro, for Troy Brown. What?
I mean, Troy Brown come on, G's. You gotta stop giving him them Denzel Valentine vibes.
Bro,
he be out.
Troy Brown. Bro, Troy.
I don't want.
Brown.
I'd rather have Troy Brown.
Man.
I'd rather have Troy Brown.
Oh,
I don't think he better, but I'd rather have Troy Brown. I'd rather have. Yeah.
Bro, Dennis.
I don't need Dennis. I already got Lonzo, Caruso, and Ayo. I don't need Dennis.
You don't have them right now though. And then when Caruso and Lonzo come back, you put Dennis in that second unit. What? Defense, 2 guards. He had his best season under Billy Donovan off the bench. He'd be glad to go back to that from being tossed around. He getting paid the same amount as Troy Brown. What?
He don't. But Troy Brown bigger, so Troy Brown guard bigger people. So it's
But see, the thing is, Dennis Schroeder got locked though on guards. Dennis Schroeder can play defense. He got locked. Put him and Ayo together off the bench with Caruso. Oh man, that's.
But what? There's no offense now on the bench.
No offense. Dennis Schroeder averaged 15. What you mean?
He be having a choppy. His 15 is always ugly, bro. His 15 always ugly, bro.
Bro, oh man, yeah, I'll do that. I'm getting on Kobe, get Jakob, then get Dennis in here. Boy, them defensive guards, we gonna be putting pressure. Like what? Come on, man. Yeah. I love that.
We need some O. We need some O for the Warriors. We need O for like teams
Dennis
like that.
Schroeder,
bro.
we need offense off the bench. Dennis Schroeder provides that. Jakob provides that. Ayo gonna provide that. Alex Caruso just gonna play that filler role, and then Derrick Jones Jr. We'll be, bro. That defense will be crazy. That'll be a crazy defensive vibe. That defense would be so crazy, bro. Like that'll be crazy.
I mean, all in on D. I guess I get it. I don't like Dennis like that, man. He cool. I don't like him like that. I don't know if a Kobe for Jakob. I'm still like, dang, I don't even know if I want to do that for real. Like, straight up.
I'll do Kobe for Jakob. I'll do Kobe. Because if I'm giving up Kobe, I need to give it up to somebody with equivalent potential. To me, I think Jakob has that potential. He could be a starting big man in this league. We don't need. Yeah,
you say getting 13 and 9.
Yeah, he averaging 13 and 9 right now. You give him 20 more minutes, I'm pretty sure he can get you 17 to 10 or something like that. 16 to 10. That's not bad. But we don't even need that right now. We don't need that. We honestly can have him come in, bring that 13 to 9 off the bench. That's gonna help us score. That's gonna help us play defense, rebounding, addressing the areas that we need. And then we also gonna add another guard that could get downhill, and Dennis Schroeder, which Ayo and Caruso, not Ayo, but Lonzo and Caruso don't really do. And you see when Ayo gets downhill, how that shit doing wonders for Vooch right now.
Dennis can't shoot.
Bro, Dennis is like an average 3-point shooter. He shoots like 35% from the 30.
Dennis can't shoot.
I know everybody don't like Dennis Schroeder.
He ain't got nothing to do with what he did on the Lakers. I ain't like him before that. I ain't like him before that. Just like I'm not even surprised.
Like Dennis.
I'm not surprised the Celtics let him go. Like
he's not coming in. The Celtics suck. That's
like I'm not surprised at that.
Their whole team, but nigga, they finna let Jaylen Brown go. What you talking about? That's the Celtics. They over with. They bro, you had Kyrie. I'm not even finna get on Celtics. But yeah, man, like I'll do that, bro. To me, that's an upgrade. And then you actually approach the buyout market. You got Paul Millsap who said, it's rumors he's interested in joining us, getting back with AK, and he feels a need within his team. So you're gonna have options on the buyout market as well, too, to kind of improve this team. My only worry is when you look at the Cavs. The Cavs is trying to get Karis LeVert. That's a tremendous upgrade. You look at Philly. If they get hard, and Simmons not even playing, that's a clear upgrade. That's a clear upgrade. And then Simmons, you get that defense around Kyrie and KD. That's an upgrade. Like those teams, and then Miami, another top 4 team. They trying to get Christian Wood. So you got these teams that's in the top 4 with us trying to get better. What do we do? Because I don't want to stand pat. If everybody else around us getting better and we the number 1 team, we gotta get better. Like, we got to get better. So that's the big thing. Do you sacrifice Kobe? Do you sacrifice Patrick Williams? Q, what do you do?
Trade Kobe because it's Kobe the most expendable person we got. We solid on guards, bro. After this latest Ayo performance, as my man's Nick, you used to always say, someone who can get a bucket, they come a dime a dozen in the NBA. So we just it ain't that easy, but when that's all you do, you become the most expendable person. We can go address another need, like you said, get a backup big with them. I'll be cool with that. Then we just find a viable replacement on the buyout market, or probably find like another vet, someone who decent, probably can help out. Know their spots. I prefer a little bit someone more of a shooter, but we got Matt Thomas still, so it's like we solid at guards. Like, we solid. So I think we keep Pat, trade Kobe, and make a decent little upgrade.
Rocco, man. I really wanted Robert Covington.
Yeah, that trade crazy to me. I'm like, bro, I don't even understand. I'm like, so what's the goal? They say they're trying to chase somebody in free agency. I'm trying, like,
I think with Norman Powell and Robert Covington, you still a play-in bound team. And if y'all make the play-in, possibly the 8th seed, then y'all lose y'all pick. And there's no point of you being a bottom playoff seed. You're not going to win without Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum coming back from the collapsed lungs. I think in their mind frame, they want to get the best draft pick possible and pair that with Damian Lillard and hope that next year they're able to compete and free up some cap space, because that's what they did with that Norman Powell trade and Robert Covington. Yeah. Even though Robert is on the expiring, but they freed up cap space. So they could possibly make other moves that can better fit around their core. And then if they trade CJ McCollum, depending on what his return is, you got moves to make. You got things you could do over there. So I think that was the mind frame right now for the Clippers. That is a win now move. I like that because you got Paul George, Kawhi, now Norman Powell, and Robert Covington. I think,
but it's like they gave up. I feel like they didn't give up anything.
They gave up expiring contracts. They gave up cap space. It was clearly a cap move and a move to tank. That was it.
I wish we took it.
No, I wish we took it too. I
would gladly take both of them.
Yeah, I think the problem was we probably was in talks, but I think when it came down to Norman Powell, we would have had to sacrifice probably a Vooch or something like that, or we'd have to sacrifice our expiring contracts to keep him on for next year, and then that would have been complicated with trying to re-sign Zach LaVine. So I think, from a cap standpoint, yeah, we wanted to make that move, but I think they wanted to pair Robert Covington expiring with the Norman Powell to free up cap. We're not the team right now. We need all our cap space.
Yeah.
That was the situation there, I think. But with that being said, them having Rocco now Batum could possibly be even more expandable. So I think we could probably, try to get Batum up out of there. We got a trade exception. He only making $3 million. We got a $5 million trade exception. So, that's that. But yeah, man, how you feel about that? Or what I said, the Cavs trying to get better. Nets, Philly, and the Heat. They all top 4 teams. Us being a number 1 seed, do you stand pat and just try to wait to get healthy, or do you make a move?
I say you wait till you get healthy. At this moment, like, they already made the Rocco trade. You pretty much, I feel like most of the people that we in talks of getting outside of Jeremy Grant is involved in another trade. So it's almost like, do you panic and make the trade just so they don't get them? Or do you just wait till you find the perfect guy for the perfect situation? Like,
I think
being honest, if I'm in the office, the goal wasn't even to win a championship this year. we
But
so it's like
that ain't no excuse though.
it
Like,
ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse, but it's like you don't want to blow up what you got. You already made solid moves and it got you in first place. You don't gotta blow it up yet. You don't gotta jump. You don't gotta pull the trigger yet. You don't gotta pull the trigger just because other people pulling the trigger.
But you did say you would pull that trigger on Kobe White. So.
Yeah, because that's at that moment that's like our most expendable piece. So I'm like, yeah, if Kobe White the center of it, that's cool. But I ain't trying to trade Pat. I really ain't trying to trade Derrick Jones. You know, like I'm trying to keep it as like a minimum trade as possible because everybody else is playing pretty solid.
Me knowing AK, I don't know why I got a feeling we're gonna get Jeremy Grant. Me knowing AK, I think his value right now is at a low. You're not really hearing his name too much in rumors, kind of like Vooch situation. Like,
yeah.
You know, you didn't really hear Vooch being expendable or anything like that to the day of, and they just start shipping out pieces. I think Grant, he's not commanding the return that they expect, and then next year, if you do hold on to him, or even in the offseason, I don't think you're going to get a better deal. So it might be best to try to cash in on whatever you could get now. And I think that's what AK and Mark Eversley doing, kind of holding out on Grant and Barnes, because again, they're not all-star level players, so you can't expect all-star level young talent in return for these role players. You know, so I think the Kings and the Pistons is pretty much holding their hands to see what's the best deal that they can get. Now, I think if Kobe White is a part of any of those packages, that's a deal that could be had, especially for Jeremy Grant, because I think Kobe White will fit well. He's young. He'll go there with the Pistons. You know, be a two guard. They don't really got a two guard. And he can possibly grow. You know, he a volume shooter. Pair him with Cade Cunningham. They both about 20 years old. You just go out there and Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, you start your youth movement. You know, get rid of that Jeremy Grant thought. And, you know, to me, it comes down with them. Is it THT or is it Kobe White? And if I got to pick either the two, to me, Kobe White is the more proven player. He got more potential, you know, especially on a consistent basis. Well, a lot more consistent than THT. THT is a good player, but, you know,
what's he good at? Like, that's how I look at it. Like,
yeah, he's not. To me, he's not special. He's not special.
He ain't did nothing in one area where I'm like, I get that from him. You know, like, I don't know what I'm guaranteed with THT. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but with Kobe White, you know what you're gonna get.
You know exactly.
If he hot, he'll be hot for it. He could get you a good 10-game stretch where he on fire. You know, he'll give you some cold sprees, but at the end of the day, Kobe is.
You know he gonna shoot.
Yeah. And then if he could develop properly and be around, you know, supporting Cash's age and things like that, I think this, you know, he got potential, no doubt. So to me, I think a move is definitely gonna happen. I don't know what move is gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be a Jakob Poeltl and a Dennis Schroeder, or is it gonna be the Jeremy Grant? But then again, we were saying this over the offseason. Is it gonna be Lonzo Ball? Is it gonna be DeMar DeRozan? And them boys went and got all them boys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't underestimate this front office at all. If he was able to get Jakob Poeltl, Dennis Schroeder, and Jeremy Grant, well, that's a home run. That's a home run. Like, bro, that's a complete home run. So really, you don't know what they doing or what they working with. We just got to sit back and be patient. And I believe they're going to do whatever they need to do to make the team better.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's why I say they're not gonna jump. That's why I don't think they're gonna jump the gun, because they're gonna wait for the right move. They're not gonna just make any move. You don't make no move because other teams making moves. Wait till the move you ready to make happen.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna make the smart one though. I definitely think they're gonna make the smart one.
No doubt. All right, but now, you know, transitioning from the trade talk. We got Philly tomorrow, then we got Suns on Monday, man. How you feel about that? We short-handed. Zach might come back from the back injury. Y'all know he got back spasms right now. Again, Lonzo expects to come back early, but he ain't gonna be this early. You know, so
yeah.
You know, Lonzo definitely out, Caruso definitely out, Pat still out. We don't know about Kobe White. He did, you know, rest last game, but Billy Donovan didn't comment on Kobe White. He only commented on Zach LaVine, saying he hoped that Zach rests against Indiana, get some rest tonight because we don't play, and then tomorrow against Philly, we try to get him back out there. He didn't really comment on Kobe White. I'm expecting the same thing from Kobe White. I haven't heard anything otherwise, so I think it's just gonna be, rest for these two back-to-back games. Knowing Indiana, they were short-handed, didn't have a big man, didn't have their starting guards, only Karis LeVert. It was okay to rest Kobe and Zach, but outside of that, how you think we gonna fare against these two, Philly and
I think we're gonna win one. I just don't know which one. If I had to guess, I want to say we gonna win Philly, but Joel a monster.
Yeah,
Joel a monster, and they hooping right. Both teams hooping right now. But I feel like we can get one. I just don't know which one. But cause we kind of hot too still. We got some good chemistry going. Vooch feeling himself. DeMar at this point on automatic 30 almost. So it's just Ayo got his feel now. He understand what it's like to be next to some superstars. Caught on to the road so quickly. I give him credit for that. If we got Kobe and Zach, I know we can get one.
Yeah, like you said, I don't know which one. I don't know why I think we match up better with Phoenix.
Me too.
When it comes down to that, I think that's a possible win. But Philly, the thing is, I think we have more talent than Philly, but they got the best player, and their best player is our direct weakness. Yeah, we can't stop nobody in the paint, and that's what Joel Embiid gonna do against him. And he gonna, bring it from outside in mid-range. So that's the killer part there. We don't really have nobody to stop Joel. And if Seth Curry get to cooking like he did last time, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be real ugly. So I look forward to the game. Like you said, I think we could pull one. I don't know who is going. If I was to expect a win, I would probably say Phoenix. But Phoenix is on fire right now. I just think we match up better with Phoenix than Philly. So, I look forward to it. I get us going 1-1. We do have the nationally televised game against the Spurs coming up right after the trade deadline. And then the trade deadline on the 10th is Thursday. So, it's something to look forward to. Keep y'all notifications on. We're going to be dropping for sure, no doubt. But any last thoughts before we get up out of here, Q?
Like and subscribe, comment, favorite moments, what y'all look forward to in the season, all that, all the good stuff.
Yeah, drop them questions, man, too, so we can do a mailbag series. Y'all drop a question, man, especially with this trade deadline coming up Thursday. Drop all questions. We need to hear every question, man. Y'all, who y'all think we should get? Who y'all think we should move on from? Y'all think we should stand pat? Y'all think Billy Donovan should be an all-star coach? Y'all think Zach LaVine was a snub? Get down there, man. Talk, man, because that's all we here to do, man. We here to spread the Chicago Bulls love, and that's pretty much it, man. So I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. Again, like you said, like, comment, subscribe, and we out of here.